Good morning or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And I set up this camcorder. It's a nasty one. I need to get me one of those, what do you call them? Mounts, eye clamps. Eye clamps to get this camcorder built in on my cell phone more stationary. Anyways, enough about that. Click to my website because of cross-dressing. And as you can tell with my appearance, my fear, my talk, my sound, that I'm a very closeted one. Many of us have started off that way. I realize that. I also deal with a generalized anxiety disorder and paranoia. And that makes it hard for me to ever get out of the closet, though I have been out about 10 times in my life. I've been to 4 different support group meetings over the years, and half a dozen times out of the closet, all to the wrong places. I've gone in a shop for women's wardrobe in the stores, and with each time alone. I've had to do all of that alone because I've never been able to. I realize I have to depend on myself. I can't depend or wait on anybody in the TG community to come out and help me or support me. I realize that has to be done from within. And I have debated, where I stand with it is really kind of hard to say. I was wanting to transition back in the late 90s. I was taking a serious look at it and was about to start counseling when my wife and I, because of circumstances, the death in the family, we got back together, and I, as a result, just stopped dead in my tracks of doing that. And I was busy with my career, my job too. At the time, I thought it meant everything and was everything, and I did have to put a lot of focus on it to survive in it, to stay in the job every day. I was a photographer. It was very stressful work, very demanding, and it was a 24/7 job where I'd always be on call. So there wouldn't be very limited time to CD. One of the reasons, and I moved to Albuquerque. This is where this broadcast is coming from, Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA. And I moved here because knew the community was growing. The TG community was really growing and thriving out here. And I'm not sure all what it was. Maybe it was because we were not far from Trinidad, Colorado, where they were performing gender reassignment surgeries all the time back then, although I don't think they're doing that anymore. I haven't seen as many TGs out in the streets in the last couple years. Used to see them all the time, but I used to hang out around the area where they would be more often too. Because of funds and unemployed, I've been kind of stuck to my own neighborhood, home. I've been in school, back in community college the last year, and I plan to go for 2 more semesters to finish. So after that, my wife's looking into retiring next year, and there's thoughts that maybe then I'll do it, at least get out of the closet more and CD some more. I don't know if I'd ever want to transition. I think I've had the opportunity presented to me several times, and I've denied it or felt awkward about it each time, which told me that maybe there is something wrong with that, and there was something else going on within me. And as it turned out, well, I went to counseling about 5-6 years ago, and the therapist told me that I have more of a sexual disorder than a gender identity disorder, and to look up sexual addiction. So I have, and I've been doing some reading on some sex addiction books, and there's some relativity to it, but at the same time, I'm not into pornography. I don't go to strip clubs, and I don't seek prostitutes. So I'm not interested in any of that stuff. So I'm just interested in dressing up, and I get extremely aroused by it. I'm not really that way today. Was more compelled than aroused to dress up, and I want to feel more compelled than aroused to dress up every day. Um, I've been busted a few times, and when I have, I've felt stupid about it and gone further back into the closet. Around my neighborhood, I've been kind of semi-closeted because of I use the backyard, or I go in the front yard, just get turned on taking pictures of them, dressing up and taking pictures of them myself, so I do a lot of that. I know that each one of the neighbors here behind me has seen me dressed, as well as the people to the south. And it's been a couple years, I think, since at least a year since they last seen me. Last year I purged and got rid of 6 big garbage bags full of feminine attire. Some beautiful and expensive clothing. Probably $1,500 or so worth of clothing, shoes, wigs, etc., jackets, everything, purses, everything that you would need. And I left myself with 2 outfits. I bought this shirt, this blouse, about 3 months ago, just to have something else. I only have 2 outfits now, and it's kind of sad. But because there's days I just still feel so overwhelmed to dress up, especially days when I have nothing to do, or don't want to do the things I have to do, like clean the house. So I dress up to make myself feel a little better. So anyhow, I'm not an inspiration, I know, to people that are in the closet, because here I am, and it's the blind leading the blind, right? So with this, hopefully you hear this and be happy to hear your story, share your story, and maybe we can start talking. And anyhow, that's all for now. I just like to make videos, so here I am, and have a nice day. Thanks, bye.